before we get into the video, we're here to invite you to the Roleplay Relay 2.
You started so fast. Roleplay Relay 2 is coming November 25th from noon to 9 Eastern Standard Time here on youtube.com/nerdynightly or over at twitch.tv/nerdynightly. Gonna be on both places. Yeah. You can watch where you prefer your ads to hit you.
We're going to be raising money for an incredible charity, Cat for Kids, that helps the families of children with cancer. And so come on by. We're going to be fighting Santa Claus after the Stacy's Thanksgiving Day March.
Yes, the legally distinct Thanksgiving Day event that happens on the streets of Nork, a elf city in Felrosia, our world that I built for Relay 1 that is a giant yew tree that was found by an elf named Nork. So,
yeah, don't miss it. We're here for a good cause. We got a lot of incredible people involved, and it's going to be a really fun time.
That's right. There's 16 players in this game.
Wow.
You're probably wondering how. Santa Claus is going to kill a lot of people. It's going to be a carnage. It's going to be bloodbath, and we're doing it for the kids. So that it's okay?
Yeah.
Question mark?
It's all for the kids.
Come November 25th. And now enjoy this video / reaction / whatever we put this in front of. Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is very exciting.
This is very, very exciting.
We finished our Season 1 rewatch. We are now on our Season 2 watch.
What?
These are genuine reactions because we've never seen it. I mean, those were genuine as well, but we'd seen those before. We've never seen this before.
Yeah. Okay. So clarification. We did full spoilers for all of the books for our Season 1 rewatch.
Those might not be on YouTube yet. These might go on YouTube first.
Fair.
Depending on when the strike ends.
You know what? That is fair.
Because people probably care more about this than our rewatch.
Yeah. So we are not going to talk about book spoilers. If you are a new viewer or even a new reader, no book spoilers past this point until the very end. And we'll give you a warning.
No book spoilers at all. We're going to try not to talk about what happens in the book until the end of the video so that you can watch the reaction unspoiled.
Gotcha.
And then there will be a point after the reacting part is done where we will be like, spoilers, and then we'll talk about that.
Yes.
We're going to do our best to not mess that up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try, and we'll keep each other to account. And, things might get muted for the YouTube version.
There might just be a, screen as we, spoil by accident, but we'll make sure you don't get spoiled.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to be responsible adults, and we're not going to spoil as we watch Season 2, Episode 1, A Taste of Solitude. If you want that full-length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here, because you're already here, and sorry, I'm making sure that audio is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Season 2! Wheel of Time!
Interesting building.
A little 6-pointed star.
It's probably religious.
I was about to say, this is where the Jews live. Oh, shit!
I think that's the little girl from the trailers.
Rand Althor, you released me.
Okay.
Hi. He cannot.
We are to kill him?
Interesting.
Excuse me. We're in the middle of a meeting. A quite important one, really.
Why did they bring a child?
Indoctrination.
Because if they called me what I really am, no one would be afraid.
Interesting.
What?
Do I look like a monster to you?
Nah, you're a pretty good-looking man, to be honest.
You see, it's all right. Come on, you try.
I'm so worried he's gonna bite her hand off.
Those are...
I don't know what they are. Do you think they changed the intro for Season 2?
The intro?
Yeah.
Oh, the weaving?
Or is it gonna be the same one?
I don't know. I feel like that one was
Maybe there isn't one. They're like, our episode it's an hour and 6 minutes long. We don't have time for an intro.
No, it's the best part.
you know where the show's priorities are, considering Moiraine is the first person they've gone to.
Yeah. They're probably like...
The character who has the least amount of plot in books 2 and 3. That's not a spoiler. I just mean, like, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of bathing in the Wheel of Time.
Yeah. They're paying homage.
I guess this was also episode 1 of season 1, so.
Oh, the land bath?
Land,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, season 1 stuff obviously is not off the table.
No.
You know, she's thinking, will Lan still like me if I can't make his bath hot? The Black Aja ring in that, do you think any of the Black Aja forget to change the color of the ring back? They, like, catch themselves in the hallway, like, oh, shit, I forgot to.
Could you imagine? That would be hilarious.
The show has priorities.
Yep.
Rosamund Pike in a bath and Daniel Henney with no shirt on.
They're giving the audience what we want, you know?
Are they not in the same place?
I honestly can't tell.
Wow. That's a choice.
They must be.
Yeah, maybe. It seemed like a different climate, you know?
You're late.
Oh, Perrin, must you speak so loudly?
Are you hungover? Speaking at a perfectly normal volume. Could you move to the left a little?
Are we in the White Tower? Yeah, this is Swan's room. How much time has passed?
No idea.
Wow, okay.
So they think Rand is dead then?
Yeah.
Oh god, this is gonna be just as cringe as I imagined it to be. It wasn't enough to allude to it last season, they had to show it.
She walked in the middle of a threesome? Alright. Oh, are they there to watch Galad fight?
Well, may not be Galad yet, right?
Well, he would be there.
Wait, is that spoilers? Are we bad at this?
There's a character named Galad in the books, don't worry about it.
Those of you who master this weave will enjoy it far more than those who do not. Now watch.
Looking at you, Nynaeve.
Now pick up your glass, pour it through your weave.
Huh.
Let's go.
Don't need to boil it. That's nice. I like that there's color to the different types of threads.
It's a nice change from the just kind of white weaves and then white with black from season 1.
Yeah.
There's also a lot more going on in the weaves, which is nice.
Yes.
You have two capable hands. It would be easier if you used them.
I didn't come here for easy.
Interesting.
What?
That's super interesting.
What?
Why she's not using her hands.
Oh, because of Valda?
What? Well...
In season 1.
Yeah.
Egwene is strong, stronger than most. But you have 10 times that power, Nynaeve.
This is gonna be the fucking CW rift in between them this season, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Close your eyes.
Very mature behavior from an adult woman.
Yes. From the wisdom.
The wisdom of the two rivers.
You didn't say it had to be clean.
Wow, she's such an asshole.
Kinda checks out, though, with the books.
Oh, yeah, no, it checks out.
Perhaps she needs a more effective teacher.
We've all tried.
Her red is darker.
Mm-hmm.
A novice died in your care.
What?
Using it is dangerous.
Any loss is too many.
They say he's even more powerful than Egeanin.
You can feel it. Something is coming, and we're not ready for it.
Is that fucking Alviarin? The white?
Well, she's also wearing gray, so she could be...
This is a mistake, sister.
Wow, they really fucking hate Leandrin.
Yeah.
Hey, there's our boy. I do love that where lessons take place in the White Tower is as insane in the show as it is in the books.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler. Hey, I know you're in the middle of working and we're in the kitchen, and this is our cleaning table.
Have some dishwater.
So Lael's just fine, I guess.
And who knows where Mat is? I keep asking back home about it.
Yeah, you got stabbed and he's just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hunt for the Horn of Valera.
Did they make him a lot larger?
Ed has put up a signal fire. He's found something.
I love the hair on his arms. That's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The new tracker.
Wait, he's also alive? What?
Yeah, everyone, I told you, everyone is fine from that. The Murdral fucking cut into them and they're just fine. There, like I said in those rewatches, there are so many things they're gonna be like, just don't worry about it, forget about it. Loyal being 100% fine is the first of them.
And same with those other guys that got stabbed with Thakandar blades.
Yes, yeah, the Thakandar blades, maybe Thakandar doesn't exist.
Sniffer, Lord Ingtar's hired. But I'm sure he's no match for you.
Wait, Ingtar?
Yeah?
You are taking the piss, you disrespectful gumpton.
Who knows?
Oh, they just walk into Elias.
Just find him on the road. Oh, he's the sniffer they've hired.
Do you want to put out that signal fire before you bring Fain and his dark friends crashing in on us?
Fire's not mine.
What a line. Oh, fuck. The little girl from the meeting? That's dark!
We will bury the slaughtered and follow in the morning.
We gotta have a talk, boy.
Uh-oh.
It's the Heartstone you want. It has one defining trait. It's unbreakable.
That's so bad.
And now silence.
You don't strike me as a man who's afraid of a little silence.
I feel like we don't have a bond, but I know when you are all of those things.
Yeah.
It's called marriage.
You're almost as stubborn as she is.
Almost.
Almost.
I hope this doesn't go on the whole season.
Yeah.
Outside Cairn, your moondial there shattered one night this spring.
My prediction is that Rand comes back and fixes it.
We'll see.
This is all I need.
Thank you for your time and travel.
But the Heartstone...
Sea folk might be good at the game, Master Doman, but the Aes Sedai invented it.
Hey.
You got a long road ahead of you, Bale. I'm so sorry, but this
Yeah.
is just the first.
Yeah.
2 men in black cloaks on horseback.
Did you see their faces?
No. Their hoods covered them.
Did the hoods move?
What have you got me wrapped up in, eh?
The wheel weaves as the wheel wheels, Master Doman.
Fuck you too, eh?
Tell him they're Trollocs.
Fades?
Or Fades. Tell him.
Is that gonna help? He can't fight Fades.
Yeah.
That might just scare him even more, but I don't know.
I know, but if the goal is to get him to run as fast as he can, scare the shit out of him. Oh, is this where the prophecies are going to come into play?
It's definitely a prophecy.
Is happening.
Nynaeve wants to fight with more than just one power.
I almost had you. Careful. You'll be bonded to an Aes Sedai before you even become one. I fell in love with an Aes Sedai.
You always make me feel like the third wheel.
Do you need a moment to get dressed?
I said come in.
That's so funny.
You're not fucking in there, are you?
She's like, I'm never going into this room again without knocking.
Yeah.
The novice rooms are big. That was much larger than I thought they would get.
Yeah. Yeah, I had like a quarter of that in school.
First started experimenting, I found it very difficult to split my focus.
Is she talking about using 2 weaves at once, or is she talking about 2 men at
It's
once?
very difficult to open ourselves up to 2. Focus on your own pleasure. When it starts to feel good, you follow that sensation.
This is so horny.
It's hard for me to focus on the earth threads and the water threads at the same time.
Oh.
Sure.
You're trying to use hundreds of weaves instead of just 2.
That makes sense.
Alana's such a fucking troll.
Remember, things are messy before they are perfect. Nothing worthwhile is neat and tidy.
I feel like I am watching Egwene be groomed.
I mean, when we read the books, we were like, these are horny! And it seems like Rafe agrees with us.
Yep.
You're wasting your time with swords. It's beneath you.
The warders have taught me more in the last 5 months than all of your sisters combined.
5 months?
She isn't channeled once?
I could meet him with another blade. Blade from the air. Better than most steel blades, but still.
That's not true. You can't make a weapon.
I don't want it to be a fair fight. I want to win.
Whoever died from a conversation.
Yeah.
Like your precious land. Usually end up a footnote casualty in some fight their Aes Sedai forgets before they've won it with someone.
Rad.
If you don't let me go right now!
Cool. What was that?
I want to see you become so powerful that no man, no woman will ever be able to take that away from you.
Wow. That was a great scene.
Mm-hmm.
And taking the element from the book that's based on, but using it in this way is so smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're still burying all the bodies in circles.
If it was up to Uno, he would have left his corpse to the vultures.
Which is why I'm in charge and Uno is not.
Mm-hmm.
And Layla, big smile on her face, waving right back.
Are they going with the his wife was a Darkfriend thing?
What? No.
Waving at Padan Fain's kind of a weird...
They all wave at Padan Fain.
I know, but to bring that up...
I honestly thought they were just going to forget about Layla.
Watching him bleed out in front of me like Levitt. Perhaps Fain had a reason.
Ingtar, what you saying there, buddy? Oh, I can't wait to talk spoilers at the end of this. I hope I remember everything I want to say. God.
Yeah, right?
These episodes are long. We could do whole live streams about this season.
Oh, God, yeah. We might.
They've made some interesting choices. The 5 months is a wild choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have my dinner up here tonight.
Make it yourself.
Have it wherever you want.
I really hope this doesn't go on all season.
I know. It's hard to watch.
I miss you both. Andran, Layla, especially now.
Oh, shit.
Promise that next year, the 4 of us will celebrate together.
Oh, shit. I'm very confused by that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to...
But Matt is fine. Other than being in prison, obviously. Oh, Perrin. Let's go, boy. You act the shit out of that scene. I think if he rubs the lamp, Egeanin will come out and save him. Mr. Matt Coffin, sir, what will your pleasure be? There he is.
Want us to wait?
Yes.
It has absolutely nothing to do with you. It only affects you if you let it, and...
Yes, that's how relationships work.
Yeah.
But she's living in my house. Our house? Technically my house that I allow you to live in.
It's time for you to be quiet and really listen.
I think that's the first time in my life someone's told me I need to be quiet.
It's a beautiful set.
Yeah. I want that house.
I don't. It's too big. The upkeep would be insane. Do you know how many
The
spiders we would
soundproofing
have?
for streaming?
Do you know how many spiders would be in that house?
Probably about the same as one we have now.
No. So many high arches we couldn't get to. That looks delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right then.
Okie dokie. It's like things are gonna get better. Nope, never mind. Nope.
Oh shit! What did she think was gonna happen?
Was she?
Bail Doman was like, I was followed here by 2 Fades, and she's like, I'm gonna run out in the night by myself with no 1 power.
Oh, I thought that they were like following him, not her.
It's gonna do a lot. That was
What?
cool.
What?
Oh. Oh, she's dead.
Yeah. Well, no, those other people all got stabbed by.
That's true. Lan, my boy! Fuck. Oh my, yeah. We're kind of back to like every time anyone moves even an inch, there's a cut. Which is a little bit frustrating about the geography of this because the Fades are also teleporting.
Yeah, it makes it tough to follow, but I don't know how they would really do the teleporting. Like, yeah.
Fuck. Holy shit. That was sick!
That's fun.
Making her water sword a fire sword is a chef's kiss move for the 1 power. Wow.
Wow.
Huge end of the it's huge end of the season. There's no like they wouldn't
Start of the season. No, I don't think there's post credits.
There's just like next time on.
Yeah.
Okie dokie artichokes. Non-spoiler first. Clarus, how did you feel about the episode?
Wow.
Yeah, there are some choices that they made.
Wow.
Can I want to say both sides of the coin for me.
Okay.
On the one side, the production budget seems a lot better.
Yep.
A lot of the scenes are really tight and really well acted.
Yes.
There's a lot of like incredible acting going on.
Yeah, yeah. And good writing moments in those scenes.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Taking we'll talk about like the influence for it, but the Leandra Nynaeve scene is great.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Varen stuff is great. She's perfect. She's perfect.
Yeah.
Tomas is great.
Yeah. No,
I love a lot of the new cast. Bill Doman is great.
Yeah.
Interesting that he's already this like entwined in everything, but he's great.
Well, yeah. I get it. I get that choice.
I get it. It's just interesting. It's not bad. It's just I was like, oh, he's like already got his own problems, which is interesting.
Uh-huh.
I
love that they show Rand for like 4 seconds.
Yes. I really don't understand how it is Beltane.
I am so confused at the timeline.
It just means that like
utterly confused.
I also don't really understand how Perrin and Uno and them have been following for 5 months. Like, where are they? They should be in Falma.
They should be in Shara by now. Like
they went all the way around the world. They didn't seem like they like, and I don't know if they're just already starting to fuck with the timelines, and we're getting some like late book timeline shenanigans. That's not a spoiler. That's fine. Yeah. So that's weird to me.
Yeah.
It was just weird that it was specifically Beltane, and then they were like, it's been 6 months since I touched the dagger. But like the first season is not 6 months long.
No.
But we see Beltane in episode 1.
Maybe 2 months long.
Maybe.
Because there is the 1 month of travel, and then there's the things that happen before and after. And those are like matters of like days, or maybe 2 weeks. Right? Well, maybe 2 weeks on either end of that month, which is why I say like 2 months maximum.
I guess it depends on how, but no, they can't have been. So they're only in Tarvalon between episode 5 and episode 7, or and the end of episode 6 when they leave. They're only there for like at most 2 weeks, right? No, it can't even be that long. No, because
Moiraine gets fucking
because she gets exiled the next day.
Yeah, literally the next day. Now they do have to wait for the Merrilin seat to get back, but I think that is maybe a week. Maybe.
Huh. Yeah. That I don't understand how Beltane can be that now.
I'm very confused.
And it could be if they'd been like it's been 10 months, but they've set up that it's been 6, which means that canonically season 1 takes 6 months. I don't know where that time is.
Matt says he hasn't touched a dagger in 6 months.
Yes.
And the girls say they've been training for 5 months.
But it takes them a month to get from Faldara down to Tarvalon because they don't go the ways on the way back, right?
Yeah.
So that means that.
So they immediately came back to start training at the White Tower.
Okay, but episodes 7 and 8 takes place over 3 days. They get to Faldara.
Yeah.
That night they go to bed. Rand wakes up and leaves.
Yep.
The next night the Trollocs attack.
Yeah.
Because they only go to sleep once in the ways.
Yes.
So there's that's 3 days. And then... So I guess it depends on how long they were in the way. No, because they're in the ways. They're not even in the ways for 24 hours.
No, it's
they
one
get attacked by the
day.
Trolloc and then they run from Much and Shin.
They say we're
So
like
that's
one
a
day's
day.
walk. Yeah.
So I guess it really just... I guess they were waiting for the Merrilin seat for 5 months. It's the only way that it makes sense because they get to Shadar Logoth. Maybe getting to Shadar Logoth takes them a week.
Yeah.
Right? But like after that, they say that it's 1 month later.
Moiraine is hurt. Like she's...
Yeah, let's get into Moiraine and Lan. There's no reason for it to be as like to be fully drawn out. This needs to be like a 3 or 4 episode thing that we move on from. Because them being this pissy with each other after spending 30 years on the road together.
20, but yeah.
Is it 20?
20.
Oh, right, because it's just before the Bloodstone.
Yeah, which like that's fine. I understand. Here's the thing. The reason that I am kind of confused by it, and I'm not gonna say like I don't like it yet because like we barely, I feel like, touched on it. The reason I'm confused by it is because Moiraine knows that Lan is smarter than if I'm mean to him, it'll push him away. Like, they have worked together for so long. It's not like they've known each other for like a year. Like Lan knows exactly how Moiraine functions.
And what the mission is.
Yeah.
Unless they're changing why they get together from New Spring. Which is possible.
But like, then Lan would be so confused as to why they were running around looking for the Dragon Reborn in season 1. He'd be like, what?
I understand Moiraine being upset. I totally get that. I'm just hoping that this doesn't go on forever because it makes Moiraine seem dumb. Like her getting almost killed by the Fades at the end of the episode is 100% her fault.
Yeah.
When Bail Doman was like, I've been followed by Fades. And she's like, run, be very careful. And then she's like, I'm going to go for a late night jaunt.
Oh no, she's
and then
running
is
away.
Immediately attacked by Fades. And you're like, girl, what? Where do you think they followed him to? Bail Doman is not stealthy.
Yeah. I don't think she was like going out for a walk. I think she was.
Oh,
like,
I know
my
she's.
tactics with
I know
Lan
she's
aren't
running
working,
away.
So I have to leave.
I know
I don't like
she's
it.
running to Kyrian to go read the poem. I totally understand that. I just like.
It feels like the CW of.
I'm so
show,
worried
like,
that 5 episodes from now we're just gonna be sitting here like Moiraine and Lan are exhausting, but it's so much of the episode.
Yeah.
Like it is the dominant plot line of the episode is they're mad at each other. Not what is Moiraine researching. That comes secondary to like Lan's upset about the way Moraine's treating him.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be positive because I like a lot of what I saw.
Yeah.
But I will be honest, I don't understand what I'm supposed to get out of the setup of the season. Like Nynaeve has a block. Egwene doesn't want to use her hands.
And
They're
Matt
sad
is locked in the basement.
For 6 months. Why?
Because
Moiraine
sent a message to the Reds and was like, Matt from Cawthon is dangerous.
Yeah.
And they're rewriting the letters.
It's we can't talk about it without spoilers.
Spoilers.
Here's the thing. I'll say it was like a 7. I think that there's a lot of cool stuff in it. I think I think the fight scene could have been edited a little less choppy.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any move in there where there's 2 full movements in a single take.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that season 2 wasn't going to do what season 1 did with that. I was hoping we were going to get more like the Blood Snow. But it's fine. It's just not my favorite way to do it. The scene is very cool. Lan jumping off the rock is very cool. But it takes 5 edits to get from Lan jumping off the rock to attacking the Fade to his foot to the second slash.
Yeah.
And like that could have been a really cool 1-shot, and it is a kind of cool 5-shot, right?
Yeah.
And I think like editing wise, so those kind of things take it down for me. I also just the thing that takes it down as a first episode of the season is the timeline confusion and the lack of setup for what anything is.
What the season is going to be, yeah.
Like, why does it matter that they're chasing Padan Fain? There could have been like one freaking explanation about what the Horn of Valyr is in the episode.
Or we could have had a moment where Ingtar's like, we have to get the horn. Like stop resting, get up, go now. Like, you know, like
But
the
every time they're in a
desperation.
hurry, they take time to bury people in circles.
Well, that is from the books.
Oh, I totally know it's from the books. I just mean like I understand that we're like taking time for all these funeral scenes, but that time, like that we can see the funeral in a montage,
Yeah,
and
the
then we
sense
can
of
get to
urgency
yes
is a little bit lacking.
But of course,
in
there's no
terms
sense of urgency. They've been falling for 5 months.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that like if you've been chasing someone for 5 months and you felt like if you've been duped for 5 months, there's a point where you're like, this isn't working. And I think it's before you hit 5 months.
Yeah.
And I think the difficulty, or 6 months for them, right? I think the difficulty in that narrative is going to be adding urgency to Perrin's plotline now.
Yeah.
When they should be kind of feeling like they should give up. Like or that they need to try a different tactic.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe the like inciting incident of that plotline having urgency to it is going to be that they decide to change tactics.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love that, because I hope that in episode 2, this episode spent a full hour just telling us where people are. And I hope episode 2 spends a full hour telling us what to give a shit moving forward.
Yeah. What is this season going to be about?
Yeah, because I don't know. I think that Perrin knows that they have the Horn of Valyr, but I don't know that Perrin understands what it is.
Because the audience doesn't understand what it is from last season because it wasn't.
It wasn't explained. Loyal's going to be fine. The Horn of Valyr, like, because it's book stuff, but it's book stuff that's set up in the first chapter, so I don't mind saying this. The Horn of Valyr isn't to be blown at the last battle. Like, that isn't what it does. And it's another thing where, like, the show is setting up things in a way that is not how they work. It's just characters saying stuff. And I get that the characters think that is what the Horn of Valyr does. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that character thinking that. But if it's going to be the like thrust of Perrin's season, somebody has to know the truth and explain to them what it actually is. At some point, some of these things need to be explained properly so that the show audience can understand what's going on.
Spoilers.
Is it time?
I have a thing.
I said 7 out of 10.
On that.
What's your
like 6.5? Like yeah. Like not like I'm honestly like between 6 and 7. I wasn't that impressed, even though I was really excited for it. I kind of am just there are things in there that I think are going to be really cool, but like season 1 pilot was also like didn't end up being like a favorite episode, and I doubt that this will end up being a favorite episode. I think that like the people who work on this show struggle a little bit with inciting incidents, but like once the ball is rolling, there's going to be some really good stuff here. So like I'm like whatever, it's not that big a deal.
I agree with that. They have a struggle setting up. They're really good in the middle, and then in season 1 at least, we don't know how they end
because COVID kind of ruined whatever ending we might have had. But yes, spoilers. This is full book spoilers. Get
out of here.
4,
like and subscribe and
3,
leave.
2, 1.
Full book spoilers.
Okay, so I don't really mind the horn necessarily them being given incorrect information about it, because that literally happens in the book. Now it is different, right? Our characters believe that the horn can be blown for the dark, and Arthur Hawkwing's like no, and you're like
yeah, but we don't even know. We don't know if Arthur Hawkwing's right when he says that. So it's like he might believe that he would never fight for the dark, but he doesn't know.
I mean, if anybody would know, it would be him.
But if no one on the dark side has ever blown the Horn of Valyr, then they don't know what it does.
Okay, so we can't trust anyone, is what you're saying. So what they know doesn't matter because it could be totally wrong.
No, but
anyways.
But the other information about the horn is true. When the horn is blown, the heroes of the horn come and fight with whoever blows it. That is a perfectly adequate answer to the question. That sets and here's the thing. This is why I hate Arthur Hawkwing saying that, because then there is no tension in the bad guys ever getting the horn. It doesn't really matter if they have it.
After.
What do you mean?
We don't find that out until after it's blown, so it doesn't matter. The tension is still there.
Retroactively taking the tension out of a scene is still less interesting to me than I'm glad you guys blew it, because God, that would have been bad, right? Is just narratively more interesting to me than the like, no, it was never a problem to begin with. You just worried about something for no reason. That to me is just, I find that to be...
I don't mind it. Like, I don't have an issue with that.
Let's talk about book spoilers.
So the
Ingtar was definitely at the meeting.
Yeah.
And Ingtar is really bad at hiding that he's a Darkfriend.
Yeah, he's like... this guy deserves to be buried. Maybe Fain has a reason for being totally evil.
Why do you think they give away that Leandrin's evil so early?
Is she that much more evil than season 1 already?
Yeah, she's holding Mat hostage and like torturing him by lying about the letters that he's getting is like weirdly evil.
I guess.
Considering like the reveal is kind of fun that it's Leandrin in the books. Like I remember we were reading them and I was like, oh shit, Leandrin is kidnapping them to sell them to the Sanchin.
Yeah.
Was like an interesting reveal
And
in
now
a way
it's
that
not
it's
really
like,
a
well, yeah,
reveal.
she's been a fucking nightmare all season. Of course she's evil.
Yeah.
She held Mat hostage. What do you think about Mat being healed by Moiraine and not introducing the flute to do it?
Doesn't matter, I don't think. Like, honestly, like, I don't really care.
Here's what
what I
matters to
do
me.
care about is Royale being stabbed by it.
Here's what matters to me.
Okay.
There is no rush after Falma now.
What do you mean?
After Falma, they have to get Mat back to Tarvalon as fast as possible because he's dying.
Yeah.
And now, like, it doesn't matter because I don't think they will go back to Tarvalon.
Well, it also helps them try and get to Padan Fain faster. And now they've been doing it for 5 months.
Yeah, there's no rush in getting to Padan Fain. They've weirdly, for a show that needs to condense the series down,
they've taken the like pressure to move quickly out of it.
There's no momentum. Because it doesn't like it doesn't really matter. Also, Padan Fain doesn't leave the fucking threat to Rand in Faldara. So there's not even the like Rand and Padan Fain have to get to Falma at the same time. Like there's just no pressure on Rand to do anything. There's no pressure on Perrin to get this done at any. Like, yes, he wants to kill Fain because he blames Fain for Layla's death, which I think is a really good use of Layla's death in season 2. I think that was a very smart choice.
Yeah, and we know obviously that Fain is responsible for killing his parents, like later on, his whole family. And so if they cannot have that moment because we weren't introduced to any of Perrin's family, they now have Layla for that emotional connection to Padan Fain instead. Which I'm like, okay, that I can understand. They didn't want to introduce a bunch of his family and whatever.
What do you think of Elias?
We saw him for like 5 minutes.
I understand that he's like magically. I get the Wolf Brother thing. He seems way too calm to me. I feel like this episode made a lot of choices to make things kind of boring, like intentionally. In a way that I don't know what I feel. And it's taking the pressure out of the Mat dagger stuff. It's taking like...
Well, and now that the dagger isn't that dangerous of a weapon, like, it's dangerous to Mat. Because if Mat touches it again, we know that, like, maybe bad things will happen.
It's on the other side of the continent. Who cares?
Well, but here's
You know what I mean? Like, it's literally, like, it's so far away from Mat that...
It takes away from the danger, in a way. It takes away from some of the danger of the dagger. Because you don't need to be proficient. You just need to whip that thing around. And if it scratches you, you blow up and die.
Yeah, when Fain stabs Rand with it later, it doesn't matter because it's just a dagger.
It's just a dagger wound now, and that's
unless Loyal is like suffering from a permanent wound, which he doesn't seem like it.
That's not gonna give Rand the inspiration to then cleanse the taint.
Yeah, it is kind of important.
A little bit. It is little bit important that the dagger is very dangerous if it touches you.
I'm less bothered by the changes from the books to the show in this than I was in our rewatch, honestly. And honestly, it was doing the rewatch. Doing the rewatch, I was like, I need to let go a little bit.
Yeah. And
so I was excited to get in and start with some like, oh, fuck, there's shit we gotta do. And this season just kind of starts with like, I'm gonna drink the water. Like, Nynaeve's frustrated. Egwene is frustrated. We're gonna make some like threesome jokes that are admittedly funny, but just felt like I don't know that felt weirdly out of place. Alana's like fucking with Egwene for some reason. This is all fun and all. It's not that it was bad,
and that's it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't anything. It just felt like really laid back for what the stakes of this series are. That's all. It felt like weird. Like I wanted it to go fast.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like a leisurely stroll through the woods.
But
like,
they've removed any reason for it to go fast.
Yeah.
And even the Darkfriend social at the beginning
is so chill.
It's so chill.
Hello, little girl.
And
you're like,
the Darkfriend social in the book is like
terrifying.
Showing the heads of the 3 boys. Like, so the book starts with, hey, this is Mat, this is Rand, this is Perrin. Go murder them.
Yeah.
Right? And so
And
it
we don't
starts
get
with tension.
that.
And they just seem like they're fucking chilling. Soroth is there.
Although I did like the girl taking the moment to like give us the clues as to people that were around the table.
Oh, 100%.
That was a good moment. But even that scene, that little girl's like scared of the Trollocs, and everyone else is just like kind of like whatever. Like Ishamael isn't scary, right? In that
They're also
moment,
like in a real place, which like it doesn't take place in like a weird metaphysical space.
It didn't seem like a dream world.
How are they all getting there?
It looked like the seals outside of that room.
Maybe it is still in Teleran Riyadh, but
because I'm pretty sure
I don't
those
know.
were
That's
the Dark
weird.
One seals. Because they were stone on the outside, like the Quendiar that like we see Moiraine have, and then it's like stone on the outside, and then the Quendiar on the inside, and those seals look like they're made out of like massive pieces of that, and there were 6 of them. So they have the seals already for the.
Or maybe
prison?
maybe that's Teleran Riyadh, and those are manifestations of the seals.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
And like
the Trollocs being
as
in
they get
Teleran
destroyed,
Riyadh, though, I don't
know about that.
Like, because here's the thing. If it was Teleran Riyadh and that little girl is there and she can't control it, those Trollocs would have consumed her and it would have become a nightmare.
I don't know. I don't know. The scene was interesting. It was just a little. Weirdly, nothing is set up by the episode, and so like
I just wanted a little more like
other than the stuff from season 1 that they're already starting to forget about. Season 2 is
Uno. He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Because I said in our rewatch that like season 2 has to start introducing the show again because season 1 doesn't do a lot of things, and this episode does a little bit with the One Power. I fully think Sidon and Sidar are gone, and I don't know what that means for the world. I really don't. Like, I don't understand how the world works without it, but it seems like that's gone. Embracing the source seems gone. So we're not doing that at all. I don't know what that means for a lot of stuff later on. The dagger doesn't seem to be that bad.
I don't know. It seemed like Alana was trying to teach Nynaeve to embrace the source.
But it was like, no, because they're like
There's
you have to pull earth from the stones and you have to pull water from the air, as opposed to you have to weave them out of the source itself. And so they're not taking in the source; they're pulling. So they're just using a different magic system, which is fine. I just don't understand how other things are going to happen because the magic system is kind of what this world is built on in the books,
right?
And it kind of isn't in the show.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see how that is going to be handled, because the shield element is very strange. The shield that went around Nynaeve in the scene with Leandrin does not look like the shield that was put on Logain.
Or Moiraine.
And it looks like half of the shield that was, like, Moiraine looks like her shield was half what Leandrin did to Nynaeve and half what Logain did to her.
Yeah.
And so the fact that those are all 3 of those shields are visually different weaves is an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But like, we missed the like cocoon effect that fell down on the other 2.
Yeah. One thing that I did appreciate actually though is just to kind of end off on something that I really liked, was showing the Fades as being very dangerous. The invisibility thing is.
Lan killed 5 of them. I was going to say the opposite.
He killed 1.
We have very different feelings about this, because I was going to talk about this too, but yeah, we have very different feelings.
He only killed 1 Fade, and the other 2 fucked him up so badly.
No, he kills 1 immediately, and then he kills
he kills 1 immediately. And that's it.
Moiraine kills 1.
Moiraine kills 1,
and then Lan kills 2 immediately. Then he kills a 3rd one, and then the 5th one. Yeah. He gets the first one with the 2 chops, and then he gets the second one with the head swipe, and then he fights for a bit. He kills 1, and then Tomas kills.
There's only 4 Fades.
No, there's 5. There's the first one that Moiraine kills, and then there's the 2 that come in the second time, and then there's 2 more that join. Lan kills 3 of them, and Moiraine kills 1.
What? No, he doesn't kill. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, because Moiraine obviously gets 1, which was like interesting.
He's already killed 2 at this point.
Which was like very interesting, honestly, how that happened.
Yes, Lan has now killed 2 Fades.
So the Fade is about to kill her, and then he comes in and he kills it. Yeah. No, he like kicked off of the other Fade.
Oh, okay, so that was 1 Fade. We have to turn the sound off because.
Sorry, yeah. And then the other one comes back. That's why he picks up the 1 blade.
Okay, so he kills 2 Fades, though.
Well, or, I mean, with the help of once those other guys come in.
I just, like, in the...
This fight just seemed like a struggle to me, and Lan is literally the single best swordsman in the entire series, and it does like one of the issues I know that we had in the books is it kind of seemed like anybody can kill a Fade at certain points, and the Trollocs aren't scary anymore, and I think that like the fact that this wasn't easy for Lan, that he very nearly died. He took like 6 wounds.
He only survives because the Fade walks around for like 15 seconds not doing anything. Just being intimidating.
But that's just like that's just movie stuff. That happens every time an evil guy is about to kill a good guy is he takes 5 seconds to drink it in. Like that's just like
100%. 100%. But it's just it doesn't make them scary. It makes them James Bond villains, who are the people that do that, right? I thought the fact that Moiraine killed a Fade like that was like I was like, oh. And the fact that 4 Fades die here is I don't like it personally.
The fact that there are 4 Fades there is kind of bonkers. But yeah.
I think that you are going to run into the problem again. Also, the Fades teleporting is such a huge change.
Oh, I thought they went invisible, not teleported. Remember how
they
they're supposed to
teleport
have
through shadows. They literally went into a shadow and then came out of another shadow. So basically, they've taken out the Gray Man. They've given the Gray Man's ability to the Fades. But they've given the Fades teleportation through shadows.
Why are they? How do you know that they're teleporting?
Because he disappears in a shadow and reappears out of another shadow.
Like
it's literally a spell in D&D.
He goes invisible and then walks over somewhere else. He doesn't immediately like boo boo. Like we never see that. Because here's the thing, the Fades in the books can literally become invisible in shadows. That is why they light all the torches in Faldara, right? They're like, don't let any of the Fades hide.
Sure, but they can't then appear in another shadow. To me, it read like they teleported from one shadow to another.
Okay,
like they went through Teleran Riad or something.
I didn't read that. I think there were just. I think honestly, the overall theme of this conversation is there were way too many cuts in this fight.
Because it gets confusing.
Because it does get very confusing
I
as
also
to
think
where people are.
There are way too many cuts on Lan's body for him to be okay.
Yeah.
If Fades aren't very scary if they can cut you 6 times and you are fine.
Yes.
Like that to me
it's supposed to be similar to the dagger where a bit of a nick will poison you, right? That's why Talmain's doesn't end up dying. Like he's gonna die, but then obviously gets healed. But like he's like, oh, I'm dead because I got a little bit of a slice.
Yes.
But he keeps going, and the reasoning for it is you die this most like painful, horrifying, agonizing death, and you're like screaming in pain, and like that's not the case with the Fades anymore. And I think that's. That is not a strong choice.
This wanted to be they wanted a action sequence instead of the drug car.
Yeah.
But I don't think that this does much to set anything up. I don't know how to say this. I don't think that this does much to set up anything. Mm-hmm. But I think that it makes it seem like fighting Fades isn't a big deal, and it is, right? Because we never see them fight a Fade in that because Tom is going to survive having fought the Fade in season 1.
Yeah.
Nobody is killed by a Fade yet in the entire series.
Right.
And I think that...
Nobody dies in the series, babe. This is the Wheel of Time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I just think that like the fact that Tom is going to survive that Fade fight when he comes back in season 3. And
imagine if Tom just doesn't come back.
Yeah, if they want to go with the like, why bring him back? Like, what do you get out of it? You get they're already going to cut the Elaine Tom hangouts.
Those are so that's cringe.
What do you really need Tom for if they're gonna keep the Swan Moiraine relationship going? Like what purpose does he serve in the series if he's not with
depends
Moiraine
if they go to the Tower of Genji.
But if Swan goes in his place, like if they do that and if they cut Gareth Bryan, because Gareth Bryan has not been cast yet,
right?
We haven't met Morghese. We haven't met anyone from Andor.
That is so crazy, but yeah, I really cannot think of...
Tom could just die, and it wouldn't, there's not a lot... There isn't a lot that he does. He's, there for other people's stuff.
Yeah.
But there isn't... Other than killing the king of Cairhien.
Yeah, he's got some good emotional impact, but...
They're doing Cairhien this season on the show, and we know for a fact Tom isn't in the show, so Tom isn't going to kill the king of Cairhien.
He's not?
No, he wasn't in season 2. He's back for season 3. That was a casting thing that we covered on the Nightly Morning Show, forever ago.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like we covered that when it was news.
Crazy.
And so I think that like he's not going to kill the King of Cairhien. What else does he really do in the series, right? It's an interesting conversation. There's a chance that like, and I think that they've said that he's coming back for season 3, so obviously they found something for him. But
I'm genuinely curious because anyone who's in this section has probably been in our book club and obviously has read the entire series. Is anyone like, no, Tom is my favorite character?
There's some early stuff that I could see him being, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But does anyone get to the end of the series and is like, no, Tom is my favorite character? Because if that's you, I'm not shitty. I don't want that to come across as negative. I'm like genuinely curious if there's people that like have that strong connection with Tom all the way through the end of the series. Because he kind of comes and goes. And I can't think of like a single event that it is absolutely necessary that it is him to do. Obviously, he's there for the Tower Genji, and that is a pretty big deal.
But also, like Tom is someone who I'm always excited when he shows up, but he has no arc. And part of the reason why he has no arc is because he gets no, there's no resolution with Morghese.
Well, it's not. So I don't know. It's weird. He kind of has a mini arc where Rand finds him again, right? And he's like dating some like younger girl that he really likes, and then she dies, and then he kind of is
he kills the King of Cairhien, yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of his arc, and then it's that, and then he's Tom for the rest of the series.
But that doesn't. His personality is not affected by that at all.
It's more so that he gets hooked in with Ta'Veren and Dana dies.
But I think that him not getting a resolution with Morghese means that the ending of his story doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Morghese is gonna be in this.
Well, and Morghese and him don't talk in A Memory of Light, right?
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
Weird.
I wish I liked it more than I did.
I had fun enjoying it. It's more the like what it means for the future stuff that kind of just has me like my brain racing. But like if I hadn't read the books, I think I would have been more of like, oh, it's maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. Like I still don't think it does a good job setting up of what the season is going to be, but I would definitely be less bogged down by the like future of all of it. But I still don't actually think as an episode and as like an episode 1 of a season, it was particularly strong.
I think as an episode 3, it would have been fine. I think the problem is that it's episode 1 for me, and like what I expect from episode 1s. If I hadn't read the books, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I did, because what I enjoyed about it was, oh, that's Elias, that's fun. Oh, that's Varen, that's fun.
Oh, interesting.
If I didn't know who those people were, I don't know that I would care who Varen is. But it's just that I like that Varen's here now.
Do you think that Adelas and Vandine are going to be replaced by Varen and her sister? Like, do you think Varen's sister is going to get murdered?
Wait, are they sisters?
Yeah, she said. Didn't she say this, that her sister's living here?
No, the sister. They're Aes Sedai.
Yeah. Okay, right. Everyone's a sister. Okay, never mind.
I don't think they're literally sisters.
No, it does matter.
Unless they're giving Varen a sister, but then like, does Varen's sister know that she's Black Aja?
No, not even her warder knows. Not even Thomas knows, right?
Oh, I get that, but like.
Spoilers.
We're in the spoiler section.
I know. It's just funny.
If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
Varen. I love her.
Varen. She was great. She's perfect for it.
Yeah, I love it.
All I hope is that the plot gets going next episode.
Yeah, I just want some motion, please. Thank you.
And not just people being like, she's not talking to me. She's not channeling. One last thing. Nynaeve the Sword didn't bug me as much as I thought it was going to because of the trailers, because I get what they're doing with it.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And honestly, having that scene with the warders was great.
Yeah, I love that.
They really leaned into the threesome.
I love it.
We couldn't even smut corner the show because they did it for us.
Yeah.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.
Bye.